Yeah, just pile on something else.
Do I have 2 pockets? No, I just have 1 pocket.
Just think of this as like a creative catapult, basically, for your business. Whoa, where'd that come from? Creative catapult? Okay. It's my support drink. I'll move it closer. Hi, my name's Casey, and I am the owner and founder of Cozy Shade Lane, which is a brand that was born from actually purchasing the home that I'm in now. So I started Cozy Shade Lane about a year ago almost now, and so we're coming upon a year, and it was kind of a combination of all the things that I was doing at a previous job that I was working for a high-end interior designer. And so I took parts of that, the retail part, the showroom part, the textile part, and kind of wanted to throw it all together. And so that's what became Cozy Shade Lane, because it's a place where you can kind of also have original art, meet makers, see creative projects being done. There's a magazine. There's a lot of elements in the brand that are that make up the brand. So it's kind of interesting when you think about design and lifestyle. So it's a little bit of Debbie decorating, but it's also a little bit of something that I want to move more into, which is original art. I have a BFA in drawing and painting, and it's taken me all different places. It's taking me to fashion, it's taking me to styling, taking me to interior design. So now it sort of feels like this whole conglomeration of everything I've done. And now I'm entering this new decade of my life, and I'm, going forward with this brand, but also making original art. So that's why I'm thinking about expanding and having more room to do that.
So I want you to come see my she shed and what I'm working with in terms of my art studio right now. Okay, are you ready? Okay, we're going in. We're going in. We're going in. We're here. This is it. You can almost touch side to side. So right now what we're working with is 54 square feet, and I would love to share the new number for the new art studio, which is going to be 473 square feet. So that's almost 9 times the size of what I'm working with right now, as cute as it is. So this is where I like to work on paintings, and tabletop surface is nice. And if I want to do some of my outdoor drawing where I paint with ice and Bougainvillea, I can just easily, work in the backyard. And so that affords me easy access to the backyard. But when it's 112 degrees in Florida, which we all know about if you live here, it's just so gnarly and so intense. So basically, once I was sweating on all of my artwork, I had to say this is not working anymore. This is a challenge. I mean, there are good things and bad things about the humidity, but I think if you're a local, you'll know. So it's so little, so
that's
little.
Why it's perfect. Nianesthesia.
So for 2026, a really exciting project is because of this expansion and because there's all this growth happening in my mind and in my heart and my family and all of these things, I want to create a space that is detached from my home, where I can basically create art and run my business and also just be creative and have more room to grow. I had a very close artist friend tell me that, in building this ADU, which is, oh crap, I haven't defined what it is. Should I define it? Okay, an accessory dwelling unit is something that can be separate from your home in a residential neighborhood. It can be detached. It could be attached to a garage. It could be above a garage. In this residential neighborhood, I'm doing a detached ADU, and there are many, many requirements to ADUs, and that was something that I was so excited about. And this goes back 10 years ago. So I probably have a Pinterest board for an accessory dwelling unit that's yeah, probably over 10 years ago. It's when I bought this home. So I knew that I wanted to do it, but it took some time. So I knew that I wanted to do this. And in our particular city, they had what's called a ADU overlay. And there was city meetings happening at the time. This was in 2021. And I attended the city meetings because our particular part of the town was not allowing for this dream that I wanted. Like, technically I couldn't do it. Even if I wanted to do it, I couldn't. So I had to go on these Zooms, which was terrifying. I kind of flubbed on the Zoom. And I even, I got to, speak to the mayor at the time, and he actually lived in the neighborhood, so he was really passionate about it too. So it was a good effort, and it won. So it happened, and they passed it. So I played a part in that in the early stages. So I feel like I've earned this, and yeah. So that is actually true. I did really do that, and now we're here about 5 years later, and I have submitted my permit. It is in the works. It is really happening, and the dream is coming to fruition. So, but I can look back, at old mood boards, and I knew I wanted to do this because other cities, California, Portland, Austin, Texas, they're a little more further ahead in some of what they allow for kind of mother-in-law suites and these affordable housing projects. So our town is chipping away at it, and but I knew I wanted to kind of be part of the forefront of that. And I think there's a niche for it. I think that even designing ADUs, just purely that, not even new construction, just themselves, if someone wants to embark on this project, that's something that I feel like I want to learn and maybe can help others do with, as far as decorating too. So, but as far as the basic rules, some of the basic rules that we have to follow is no more than 650 square feet, no taller than 24 feet, and there is an affidavit that you have to sign that makes sure that you are not inflating your rent if you were to ever rent this separate space. So, and then the other thing is that for your homestead, you have to live in one of them, and that is a rule particular to our town. So, yeah.
Okay, can you tell if my audio sounds better or not? We have a tree crew here who is starting to take down a few pieces. So the main one is this large, semi-large water oak that I have, and the city is letting me take it down. And I obviously have to do a mitigation tree, which is a replacement tree. So I'm excited about that. It's getting loud. And then we're gonna knock a few panels off the fence so that I can eventually start the site work. But things are starting to happen, and it's really exciting and probably loud. Okay, the fence is down. Making progress. Whoa, the big tree just came down, and now there's all this light in the backyard, which is amazing. Okay, things are getting exciting. All right, hey, this is phase 1 of the ADU process. So we've received 4 truckloads of dirt, and you can see all the makings of the piles, and now the plumbers are here, and they are laying the pipe, as they say. So they're actually digging trenches and then getting access to water through the side of the house. So it's a little overwhelming because there's a lot of dirt, and so we have to also think about the fact that how the grading is going to work. So that's a part of the process too. And one important thing to note is that the finished floor of the ADU is actually 11 inches higher than the finished floor of my 1953 home. So because of that, and the city is requiring that, we have to kind of work with the grading, and it has to be a little more extreme. So happy to have the dirt, but we're gonna make it work. You're probably wondering, how big this is, and is this a little house? Is this a studio? Is there drinking water there? So yes to all the above. So there is going to be a kitchen, and it will have a full faucet, a sink, and that will also stage as like my art supply station, so I'll be washing brushes in there. And then there is actually a bathroom with a shower and a sink. So this is also possibly in the future, has rental possibility. So then there's also access for a washer and dryer in the owner's closet. So that's 3 areas that obviously needs plumbing. So it is like a full functioning little house, essentially.
So what are we looking at here? We're looking at this white pipe is plumbing pipe. And over here, we're gonna have the future toilet and the future shower. And like all plumbing, shit flows downhill. So it starts over here.
Yeah.
And it flows out and into the septic and then out to the road.
This is like heaven, looking at these new pipes that are not root and...
What did you do? Did you have them replaced or did you have them lined or what?
I had them all replaced.
Oh, that's what I got to do at my house, because I have a 1961 house.
Okay.
And it's all cast iron. Because back in that time, all they had was cast iron.
Exactly.
There was no plastic until we started burying baby diapers and learning that 100 years from now you can go back and it's just a dirty baby diaper. That's basically what plastic does.
Well, I like to see it. They're cast iron. So
and the same with the electric pipe.
Okay.
We'll start over there, and we will come across here, and we will tap into the old house to bring in new power for the new she shed.
Yes, the better improved. We're calling this an ADU.
The new and improved.
Yeah.
The new and improved she
The
shed.
older sister, I don't know. We figure it out.
So this is the kitchen. And back there, and this is the main body of the house, and it will have tall vaulted ceilings. And back here we have a laundry room with a washer and dryer, water heater. Back over here we have the bathroom with a shower and a toilet.
Yep.
And
it's
a self-contained little
unit.
It could be an Airbnb, it could be a mother-in-law suite.
That's what's so cool about these, is that they really can have so many facets, and the city likes it. They want to see these properties. And
yeah, because look down the street, people are tearing these down and building modern boxes.
Yes.
When this has its
charm.
Smaller, more character.
I agree.
But
And that is, no, you bring up a good point, because this little house is going to resemble this house. There are some rules in terms of aesthetics.
Sure, absolutely,
yes.
absolutely. Yeah. But I think you can do anything on the inside.
Yes.
But the outside has to conform to the period.
Yes.
And the historic value of the neighborhood.
Exactly.
Which is fantastic.
There's only 4 windows in this thing. I hope that's enough.
Well, I mean, you're gonna have light.
Yeah, no, I know.
And it's Florida, so...
South facing, so in the morning it'll be really lit.
Yeah, and see, so in the summertime, this is the part that takes the morning sun.
Yeah.
And as it goes over, the short part of the house will take the afternoon sun. But like in the wintertime, the sun is over on this side, so this is the side will take the sunlight.
That'll be nice.
But this is all up-to-date codes, up-to-date, efficient.
Yes.
So from the mini split air conditioners to the insulation to the foam, everything is made to save money.
It's getting exciting here. We have a full construction zone happening right next to the house. I have to say it's feeling very real. One thing to note is that I met with my contractor and started the construction process back in August of 2025. So we are a full 6 months and more from that point. So it's just really exciting that it's all starting and coming, the dream is coming to reality. Sorry. That threw me off. It's up there somewhere, the plane. But yeah, it's really exciting, and this is my first personal, construction job. I've worked in high-end residential in the past and got to, be on a lot of construction sites, but now when it's your own, it's, a little nerve-wracking and exciting, and, I'm really getting to see sort of from the ground up, and I'm watching everything, so I love it.
I think I could successfully keep running my business out of my back bedroom that's 8 foot by 8 foot, but I know in my heart of hearts that there's something bearing down on me, and so it's like I need room. There's a wonderful artist who talks about, when she moved her canvas from the canvas, which is 4 walls with your wrist, versus taking it, spreading it on the floor, and it's the gesture of a shoulder. It just opens it all up. So to me, I see that kind of analogy working for this too, and yeah. So, but I have given my all, and I've tried, and I've tried to do work out of the she shed and work out of my back room, and I look at other entrepreneurs and business owners, and they start the same way. So, everybody kind of has to expand. So I had a really fabulous close artist friend of mine who said, this is great for you because like a fish in a tank, your creativity and your potential will expand based on the space that you're in. So just think of this as a creative catapult, basically, for your business.